My name is Tom Meester. I'm the principal with Pipeline Knowledge, LLC. We have produced a Hazardous Liquids Control Room class, and this video will give you an introduction to that class. Release 1 of the Hazardous Liquids Control Room class has been out for about a year and a half and is currently in use by 5 major liquid pipeline operators. Release 2, which is what this video is about, incorporates suggestions from the Release 1 users. We've made several upgrades in Release 2. One is we put learning objectives in the front of each class so that we know specifically and clearly defined what people are supposed to learn. Release 1 had a lesson in called Equipment and Components, and we found out that that wasn't that useful, so we have removed that lesson, but the feedback we had is that we would like to have expanded the control room management and the alarm management sections. So we took those out of the control room operations class and made 2 separate lessons for that. We've added a bunch of new and upgraded screenshots. We have an overall introduction lesson. Hydraulics and hydraulic tools was significantly improved and upgraded based on critique and suggestions we have from our user group. And then we've enhanced the video and the audio format. So this was not something that people said needed to be done, but this is something that we needed to do to make it higher quality. And then we built additional pauses in. So at the end of each slide, there's a pause so people can stop and talk about the slide, read it over, review it more, so it makes for easier navigation. So those are the changes we've made, or the significant changes we've made. And if you'd like information about the class, please send me an email, tom@pipelineknowledge.com. Happy to tell you more about it. And of course, if you're interested in licensing it for your use, happy to show you all of the previews and take a look at it before you would buy it. Here are the lessons that are covered in the class. First of all, it's the introductory lesson to talk about and kind of tee it up. And then we have hydraulics and hydraulic tools. And I'm going to talk about each of these as we go along. We have some advanced operational hydraulics that builds on hydraulics and hydraulic tools, because after all, operating pipelines is really understanding how to make the pipeline do what you want it to. SCADA and controls, control room management, central control room operations, alarm management, and introduction to leak detection all sort of go together. Those are those operating things around the pipeline. And then we have introduction to power optimization, because in my experience about 25% of liquid pipeline costs are power. So how do we optimize that power? And then we have a very large section on abnormal operations, helping controllers to think about how to respond in the case of abnormal operations. So those are the lessons that are covered in this class. And I'll just pause briefly here if you want to be able to pause it and look at that some more. That was a review of the learning objectives and the lesson outline for each of the lessons. So now the question is, okay, so what do I get for that? So the clients receive, first of all, a high definition video for each of the lessons. Second, you get color PDFs of the PowerPoints so that you can make hard copy training materials if you want to. The whole objective is not to build a learning management system for you. The whole objective is to give you materials you can put into your learning management system to be able to use them. So we also give you a question bank from which you can build quizzes. So we have more questions than you would need for a quiz, so you can build your own quizzes. We don't have a question bank for abnormal operations because that's more of a discussion, or for advanced operational hydraulics because that's more of a discussion too. But you do get question banks for the others. You have a license for unlimited non-commercial internal use within your company. So let's say that you have a U.S. subsidiary and a Canadian subsidiary. Both of them can use it for their own purposes. And you can also extend this, not just, this is not limited to control rooms. If you want to show your supply chain people, for example, SCADA and controls or leak detection, or whatever it may be, you can use this across the whole company. There will be yearly reviews, so every year we'll ask for comments for people to be able to give us feedback, and then we'll make a decision as to whether or not a particular lesson needs to be updated. If we decide a lesson is going to be updated, you don't need to buy the update if you don't think it needs to be updated, but if you're a current client, you'll be able to get the update for half of the retail price that goes to other people. And I should say, I don't anticipate lots and lots of updates, if you will. I would say a lesson from time to time is going to, technology's moved on, practices have moved on, whatever it may be, that it's time to upgrade that. Most of this is very basic things that will be able to help your people understand, and it's to take the place really of your SME having to prepare training materials. If you'd like more information, please just send me an email, tom@pipelineknowledge.com, or give me a call, +1 281 467 3200. And if you would like references, as I said, we already have 5 operating companies using Release 1. Happy to give you references, happy to send you previews that you'll be able to look at to make an intelligent decision whether you want to buy this program again. Again, stuff that you can put into your own knowledge management program, manage it the way that you want to.